Time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. Attack.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 43. Yellow. Seam 6. Oh, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. It's Hill, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
23.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
3rd and long.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 43. twist. Watch twist.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike 29. 21.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got out short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the screen. 552. I'm coming.
From the 39, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's complete to Grant. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, Grant. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, Grant. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain in the play. It's 4th down.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Butker able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Slam. 11.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Chris Jones on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Check 13. Check safety. Check. Hatch it. Easy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Grant. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down now, it's Grant. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 30. On third down, Grant. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Yellow. I go on. We own it. 15. Check 52 to mark. Check 52 to mark.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Yellow. I go Lou Lady.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
11.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Watch out for Hill on the return. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Corey Grant, 68 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55.
Let's go, folks.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is Coleman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
12. Check 31. He's checking. 21. Check 52. Hit the edge. Hey, gun. Set.
On second down, it's Coleman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check nickel. I got this.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
25. Check 25. Go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Hey, 43.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They go back to Grant. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Check three. Kill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
21.
Coleman now. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Go ahead.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 29. Hey, gun.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
21.
Mike 29. I got you.
Hey, check 20. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Grant. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Check.
44-yard line.
Attack. Yellow.
Orbit. You can choose the Mike. Watch Mike. 3 bucks.
From the 44, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd down, it's Grant. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
White. 21. 11. I got you.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Hey, gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Go ahead. Hey, alert.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
11.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Here we go. 180. I got you.
From the 36, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Garoppolo now. And this one's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Coleman. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They will run again with Coleman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Under 10.
65.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the 49ers get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
49, check 49, check 49. Empty. Yellow. 52's the mark, boys, 52. Rabbit. No, charge high.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Eluding the crack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Coleman. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here we go. Clock. Let's go. You tighten up.
One final try now for Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture.